What is it, darling? What do you want?
Oh, I just love the movies. I'm fiending for cinema.
Welcome back to Fiending for Cinema. My name's Harrison, and I'm here with AJ and Cadence. And today we're talking about Bring Her Back, directed by the Philippou brothers. Um, Gotta say, this is probably not my type of movie, but for what it's trying to be, and if you're a true horror fan, I think it executes on all of those marks, and it's very well made. But what do you guys have to quickly say?
Yeah, I'm about as far from a horror buff as you can get, but
Mhm.
I mean, I actually think I do better with these kinds of movies that are just more less about like the cheesy jumps and more about like just making you feel a little dreadful for for a
Mhm.
little bit of time, but I really enjoyed this one. Now like if it was one of the like latest creature flick, I probably would have actually been more scared, like
Mhm.
quote unquote, because like I don't like knowing what if I don't know what's coming.
Mhm.
But I really enjoyed this one. It's so well made, so well acted, written, shot, all of
For
the
sure.
above. It
Yeah.
was like, and like it doesn't like for me, like my biggest thing with movies is world building. Like I think across any world, like I want you to bring me into this world that you're creating, and I think it does a fantastic job of that. Like where like you feel it locks you into the atmosphere, to the environment, to the characters and their story and their motivations, and that's when a movie really, really hits home for me. Is like when I can really feel like I'm in that world for a little bit.
It definitely is not a fun campy horror movie,
No,
at
no,
all,
no.
which is more up my alley. But
Mhm.
honestly, as the first movie that I've seen with the
Yeah.
pod,
Uh huh.
I think it's a good one to start because there's a lot to
Yeah.
talk about. Like the cinematography was gorgeous, acting was gorgeous. Yeah, so unsettling and scary. And yeah, I really liked the production design on it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is great because whenever you see like teenagers in movies, sometimes it's like that's like not at all. But like those were teenagers. Like I
Yeah.
100% believe that. And the house was scary. Like I was a big fan.
Yeah, it was definitely a great icebreaker movie. It was trauma bonding probably at its
Yeah.
Oh
finest.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, and I think AJ was talking about he'd probably be more quote unquote scared of like a the big creature movie. I'm the opposite. Like the movies that make you sit in the dread and they linger and they build up to a boiling point. Those are the ones that truly affect me. And the last 10 minutes of this movie, I was really really like praying for it to be over.
Yeah,
And
you cannot get a break.
it's some demonic stuff, but I know there are some horror junks out there that I mean this it is a phenomenally well made movie. There are some shots of you know very very cinematic scenes that kind of tie together something set up in the first probably half of the movie. There're just many callbacks that by the time you're watching it, you're sick in your stomach. At
Yeah.
least I was, and I couldn't handle anymore. But I'm also like, for what they're going for, it is very very well made. I mean, they should be very proud
It
of this
definitely
movie.
gave me the feeling I've gotten watching a lot of the films that have been produced by A24,
Hmm.
where like a lot of them they set a tone and they lock it in, and like even when it kind of lightens up, and like like they'll try to do some like more like something funny, but like
Yeah,
you still just can't, like you're still just stuck on, like you're so uneasy that like you're just waiting for it to go right back to what.
you're always on edge. You're
Yes,
always on edge
yes,
when you're watching
yes.
this movie.
And that's my favorite. Like even like in comedy and in horror, like I just love the feeling of like, oh, I do not like
Hmm.
this. And they did a good job of like making like because in a horror movie you have like the little scary things that are like happening before and you're like, something's up. Like this
Yeah.
is weird. I thought the things that they did, I thought were really
Yeah.
unique that you don't see in a lot of other ones.
Hmm.
That you're like, no, this lady is like crazy.
Yeah.
It's very ironic for the movie. If you watch it, you'll know. But after sitting in the theater for an hour and 40
30,
minutes,
yeah.
however long it was, you feel like you have to take a shower. And if you watch the movie, you know where I'm going with that. So,
But yeah, it's one of those that when you get out of your car at home, you're not quite right.
no,
You got a little a little hustle in your step,
mhm.
Yeah.
getting in the house.
Do not want to come home to an empty house
No,
on this one.
no, no.
Stay away from steak knives.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely some scenes in this film that like test my comfortability with like as far as like body horror goes. Like I am my bar is pretty low. Like I don't handle it too great, but it didn't feel overpowering either. Where I was like it took away from everything else that they did like so well that I was like, oh, I just can't watch this. It's too. It was tastefully done. I don't know if that
Yeah.
feels
It had a
wrong, but it
purpose.
had a exactly.
Yeah.
It had a
Yeah.
purpose, and like it furthered the story instead of just being gore for gore's sake. And listen, if you're a gorehead, there's still plenty. There's still
Yeah.
plenty of
Oh,
gore in
yeah.
this film for you.
Yeah, the human body does some crazy things in this movie,
Yeah.
I would say. Mhm.
I mean, it leaves you with things to elaborate on. I mean, we had a great discussion outside the theater of different things I noticed that uh you guys or Josh didn't. But overall, I mean, this is the second movie made by the people that did Talk to Me. I think they're on a phenomenal track right now. I was a fellow Rocka Rocka YouTube watcher. I used to love the Ronald McDonald clown videos. So to see where they're at now, they have a very promising career in front of them, and definitely a group I think we'll all be looking forward to.
Speaking of promising careers, kind of reiterating, I think the kid actors in this movie were
So
so good, like so incredible, and like you didn't feel like you missed a beat, and like I would say they even kind of outshone some of the adult actors in the film, and it
Mhm.
was I was incredibly impressed, like by the I guess like the believability. Like I didn't expect that
Mhm.
from somebody with so like little quote unquote experience or like
Mhm.
stuff to pull from that just to like to make me feel their
Yeah.
another word a word I've said already a couple times, dread throughout the film.
Mhm.
I was really impressed by that. I think that's one of the things that mainly stood out to me.
Yeah, there was not one bad performance in this
No,
movie.
no, no.
Literally at all. They were acting their butts off.
So I think overall, we were all very impressed by the movie, but also I don't think it's one we're all gonna be watching again anytime soon.
No, it's
It's a,
like
it's a great movie.
yeah,
to-
you'll just let this one sit with your
Yeah.
psyche for a little bit.
it's a great movie to
Yeah.
get your friends over and say like, "Do you want to watch? Do you want to watch some messed up?" Like this is that movie. So if you're interested in really gory and kind of hard to handle horror, but masterfully done at the same time, I think Bring Her Back is a great movie to go catch this summer. So
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
It was probably one of my favorite horror releases I've seen recently. I thought it was great. It gives me more every single time I see a horror movie. I understand what brings people to the genre more and more every time, and I will always say it. I'll say it again and again and again. A good movie is a good movie. I don't care what genre it is or what it's
Yeah.
about. A good movie is a good movie, and
for sure.
this is definitely a good movie.
So overall, I think we were all very impressed with Bring Her Back. It's a very well-made movie, a great second outing by the people that made Talk to Me. And I think that'll do it for a spoiler-free review of Bring Her Back. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.